Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today we're going to be learning how to make flay skirts using Ankara fabric. So those are the materials you need basically. This is my fabric folded in two. We're going to be working on the wrong side of the fabric. So I'm going to be measuring down to desired length. I'm measuring about 30 inches long for my waist to below my knee, a little bit below my, like 2 inches below my knee basically. So you want to fold that like a triangle, like so that's gonna make you get a should I say a fuller flay. So fold that like a triangle, and then you want to divide your waist in 4 and then trace it to the part where it stays, like just keep lifting the taper up so when you get the length. That's the trick. So make sure you add like an inch to it before you divide by 4, and after you done that, you want to measure the one side of the length of the Ankara, the mark, the way you mark, measure that, and then start to follow that exact measurement round to get the perfect curve. Because if you measure, let's say you measure one side and it's 11 and you measure the other side, it's 11, the middle is like 10, you won't get a perfect curve. So you want to follow the side measurements like that. So 11 on the side, follow that 11 all the way around. So now for this flay part of the down panel of the skirt, you want to keep shifting your tape rule as you measure round based on your desired length of skirt or flay. So after you've done that, you want to cut out your Ankara. So that is it basically. This is how you get the perfect flay. You see, that is my own trick, my own little trick of getting it. So now I'm measuring the flay part so that I know how much fabric to be adding. I'm basically going to be adding double of the flay to get that pleating on the down part. So yeah, so now for the band of the skirt, I'm just cutting out some pieces out of it. So I'm going to be making sure the band of the skirt is 3 folded in 2.5, right? Yeah, 1.5 rather. So the fold is going to be 1.5, or let's just say 3.5 basically, depending on what you want. Fold that in 2, and then my waist measurement again is 32. So you obviously know that the length is going to be 32 and the width folded in half should be like 1.5 or 2 depending on what you want. So this is the panel. I forgot to record the other part. I thought my phone was recording. So I folded the Ankara basically like in 5. I think the height I did was about 8 or 10 inches. Folded it in 5 and then cut out the whole thing to get the perfect length that I need. Like I said, the flay, I divided the flay in 2. Sorry, I multiplied the flay in 2, and that was how I got the length of the panel, the down panel. So now this is the band folded in 2. Like I said, right side of the skirt. We are sewing on the right side of the skirt right now. So you want to lay that on top and then start to sew. If you want your skirt band to be more stiff, like more steady, you can add stay inside of it, but I'm not doing that here. I'm just going to be sewing it down. So you want to lay the band. Once you folded it, you fold it less in such a way that the right side is outside and the wrong side is inside of the band, and then you want to lay that on top of the flay of your skirt, the band of your skirt. And then you want to start to sew. Don't sew in the middle, sew at the edge so it doesn't take up so much of the band. So look at it, I'm sewing at the edge, so it's going to be like a 1/4 of an inch. The sewing is going to be like 1/4 of an inch. So that's how you get it basically. You want to sew it from one end to the other end. Yes, so from one end. So the band of your skirts must be the exact same size of the band on your skirts on its own. Look really nice. So I'm measuring it now. You can see it's about 1.5 inches. So yes, now for the side where you'll be putting the zip, this is where you're putting the zip. You want to pin that down, pin it to about 7 or 6 inches down. Yeah, 7 or 6 inches down. You can do 8 too if you want. After you've pinned that down, you want to take it to your sewing machine and then sew the other sides of it. So that is what I'm doing now. basically. So yes, I don't want to sew it at the extreme edge of it. You want to make sure you leave about like an inch inward before you sew it down. Yes, so sew it down, and then you want to go at the end part for it to stay and doesn't lose. Go back and forth just like that. So that little detail is really important. So yes, this is the down part of the fabric, the panels. Like I said, I cut about 5 of it because you know Ankara fabric is not 20 in the height, so I had to cut like 5 and then join them up like so, widthwise. So yeah, so join them up. So now for the down part, this is the end of the skirt, like the down panel of the skirt. So just want to fold that and sew it up. You fold it, wrap it in 2, basically the way I did just now. Wrap it in 2 and then start to sew. Make sure your wrapping is not so should I say huge. Just wrap it in 2 like that and then sew it all the way down. Yeah, so this, if you notice, I'm not sewing in the middle of it, I'm sewing at the edge, like at the inward at the edge. So you want to hold it down and continue to sew and sew until you've gotten to the down parts, basically. So yes, you can see that it's looking really nice. You can see how I sewed it. So now for the gathers, you want to, if you're using a manual machine, just push it down like that. If you're using a regular machine, you make sure the stitch we need a wide stitch here, and then you start to sew. So not the folded part, though, the other side of the fabric. So I basically joined the all the panels all through, so it's like a circle. I didn't leave any opening because I'm going to just be attaching it directly to the skirt, since I already sewed the skirt's sides already. Then you want to start to pull out the thread, then that's how it forms the gathers, basically. As simple as that. Once the stitch is very loose, you sew it all the way around and then start to pull and push in the fabric. Pull the thread and then push in the fabric. Pull the thread, push in the fabric. That's how you're going to get your gathers. And for the best thing, for you to get this thing perfectly, you want to pin down the fabric to the skirt itself, the flay skirt, for you to get a perfect evenly distributed gathers, or should I say pleating. It's your office pin, yes. Pin it down with your office pin, and then you start to sew all the way around. That's how you get a perfectly evenly distributed gathers. That's how you get it. So now I'm sewing it, basically just you want to lay them right side facing right side all the way round. So you want to keep, if you feel it's not evenly distributed, you can continue to adjust it. If you are just starting, it's just best if you pin it round first. It gives you a more perfect evenly distributed gathers all around the skirt. So yes, we are done here. You can see it's perfect. It's really looking nice. I don't know, the Ankara is not really doing justice to it, but it's done here. But if you have and just weave it round before you do the gathers instead of folding the end. So now for the zip, you want to lay your zip, the right side of your zip, on the right side of your Ankara fabric. Leave about half an inch or an inch, and then you want to start to sew. You want to do that for both sides. After you've done that for both sides, now you want to close up the zip and then bring it to your sewing machine. And you know that end part of it, you want to sew it up and down. So it up and down like 2 or 3 times so it stays firm. And then you want to cut out the remaining zip so it doesn't poke out when you wear your skirt. And yes, your skirt is perfect. It is done. It's perfect. It's done. It looks really beautiful. It looks really nice. If you enjoyed my tutorial, please give it a thumbs up, a like. Do not forget to subscribe to my channel. Okay, bye.